This is Sai. Now, this video topic is called Fight the Dragon Ball Protesters. Now, before I get on to this video, a comment what happened in my last video is someone thought I said ass instead of ass, A-S-H. I have a hard time speaking in with H's though. And yes, I did mention at the beginning of the first two videos that I have a speech impairment. And I am fully aware of that. Now let's begin this Fight the Dragon Ball Protesters. Now I have a really problem with these guys. They've been a pain in my soy butt for the past month. They've been encouraging people not to see this movie. Now the really bad thing about them, they have seen the bootleg, and they went to this movie with a negative impression when they did see it, and they honestly didn't like it. Now, when I went to see this movie on the first showing on when it came out, though, I went under the impression this movie was probably going to be bad, but it wasn't bad after I saw it. It was better than I reasonably thought, though. It was okay, or better than okay. It wasn't great, or totally awesome! And now, this movie, I actually give it maybe a little above average reading. No, but we talk more about it, do more detail when I get to my review. But I do want to say is this is a movie that for some people it might be their favorite movie, or it might be the worst movie. But again, I don't recommend you listen to the Dragon Ball Protesters. There are Dragon Ball fans, yeah, but the more Dragon Ball Z fans, and they don't really understand it. Now, the reason why I did a three-part, pre-review is I wanted to get to details, trying to encourage people to go see this movie before it came out. Except for I had technical problems uploading the video. So I didn't get a chance to upload it until I think today. No, hang on. Sorry about that. It was just my roommate. Now, the part about the Dragon Ball Protesters, or the protesters in general, is this is the first time they've been protests over a movie. Now, there haven't been protests with other franchises before, even though they were pretty bad. Now I mentioned in probably part one of my pre-review is there have been two other live-action attempts. These movies were actually bad, and they were extremely bad. Dragon Ball Magic Begins, again, I'm going to have to watch it before I actually review it. I did promise you guys I would do that. Might be such a band that this there was a Korean film. Now, the Korean film, that movie did suck. I actually didn't see it, but trust me on, though, it's just by the pictures of it. So, honestly, it made this movie seem like the greatest thing ever. But that movie was, it was bad. Ugh. No, either way, is they don't know how worse this movie could have been. It actually was better than they thought it was. No, like I said, if you want to see a bad Dragon Ball movie, go watch Dragon Ball The Magic Begins and the Korean Dragon Ball film. Trust me, that is a bad movie. Go watch it. I dare you. Now, sorry guys, I don't have pictures of those two films. No, but whenever I talk about really bad, like, I'm doing those type of sounds. We're talking about the Korean film and The Magic Begins. Now, you know how I knew the Korean film was bad? Because the pictures of Goku, well, he had a Wolverine cut. And I mentioned in part 2 of my pre-review, about the Wolverine cut. I believe I mentioned that be the worst possible haircut. It did. I mentioned there were puppet, toy, and like a guy with a hand that dressed like Ulan. And part 2, trust me, I got to take a look at the Korean film. Go see those 2 movies and compare them to Dragon Ball Evolution, okay? Before you guys start bitching about it. No, or do your research on them. Just trust me on it. Do yourself a favor. Well, the thing about Dragon Ball is it's so crazy, so out there. It's going to be nearly impossible to do a accurate interpretation of it. That where the last 2 films really sucked though is they did have a true and faithful adaptation to the source material, and they were really that bad. Dragon Ball Evolution, what they decided to do is they tried to base it on more realism, made changes that make sense, to avoid there is a possibility that the writers and the director have seen those films before they are writing this one. So in other words is this film could have been a lot worse. Okay? Now, as for what the Dragon Ball protesters you guys should talk about it. I know I'm going more on those 2 subjects though, because trust me, they're really that bad. Trust me on it. They're really that bad. They could give you nightmares. But this movie is a good movie. It's average. Hopefully the sequel will be better than this one. And I don't say it's fair to judge Dragon Ball Evolution just by this first film. And besides that, this is the first official attempt. The other 2 attempts were unofficial. In other words, they're not influenced by the Dragon Ball franchise, but apparently did. Dragon Ball Z will be the next film, and they have greenlighted that movie, or Dragon Ball Reborn. But again, you judge this movie by that one. Don't judge this one by that. Okay? Don't judge the sequel by the first film. Okay? Because this is the one. Because we want to see the sequel. This is the one that we Dragon Ball fans are gunning for. So start your protesting after Dragon Ball for the sequel. Okay? That when you guys should protest. Until after you guys see it. To avoid them making a first film. But I'm still saying is give this one a chance though, because the last 2 films were Dragon Ball base. They have no possibility of a Dragon Ball Z. And I honestly still say it's unfair to judge. Plus, I've been hearing reviews from the casual view. I've been hearing reviews from both average, from hardcore anime fans, even the average review. The anime fans who honestly give the video more of a positive review are the ones who actually I've been talking to with myself. I've been encouraging people to want to see this movie in real life though. But again, they actually do say this movie was pretty good, or it was decent. The average viewer was decent, so it got that audience. Now for the hardcore Dragon Ball Z fans, naming the protesters, I honestly say is, though I won't listen to you guys until you guys actually give me a review of both Dragon Ball Magic Begins and the Korean film. And I actually want to see you guys compare those 2 films to this one. I'm interested to see 2 actually bad Dragon Ball films to 1 good one. I'm interested seeing though because of my limited internet access though I won't be able to watch them though, but I will try to do it, and trust me, I will do it. Hopefully by my next video I will have a full-on Dragon Ball Evolution review. So now before I go is fight the Dragon Ball protesters! Because we want Dragon Ball Z! And please comment, subscribe, And if you guys give me 5, it'd be great. If you guys give me a video response, I'm more likely to listen. Well, this is Sai, signing out. P.S. I have seen Dragon Ball Magic again. Oh boy, make me sick to my stomach even by thinking about it. Yes, it really is that bad. The only good thing about it is how Goku looks though. Ugh. Besides that though, it's not a good movie. So go see Dragon Ball The Magic Begins and the Korean film before you go bitch about Dragon Ball Evolution. Okay? Oh boy. Oh man, that don't do movie make me sick.